Most people buy watches the same way they buy trends. They follow recommendations. They follow comments. They follow what appears everywhere. But watches are not fast decisions. They sit on the wrist every day. They age with the owner. They reflect priorities, often subconsciously. This video is not a ranking. It is not a buying guide. It is an explanation. 10 watches. 10 different philosophies. Each respected, but for very different reasons. Understanding those reasons matters more than the price. This watch looks backward, without becoming nostalgic. The Longines Spirit Chronograph Pioneer Edition is built on aviation history. Longines has one of the deepest pilot watch archives in Swiss watchmaking. This model does not reference a single historic piece. The case measures 42 millimeters, crafted from stainless steel. On paper, that sounds large. The lugs curve downward sharply, and the case thickness is carefully managed to avoid bulk. This is a functional size. Inside is the Longines Caliber L6 88.4, an automatic chronograph movement developed exclusively for Longines by ETA. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, features a column wheel, and provides approximately 66 hours of power reserve. This is important. Column wheels are typically reserved for higher-end chronographs. They deliver smoother pusher action and more precise engagement. The chronograph pushers feel firm, controlled, and mechanical. The dial is matte black, chosen deliberately to eliminate glare. Large Arabic numerals dominate the layout, filled generously with superluminova. Legibility is absolute. Subdials are recessed and balanced, with a running seconds counter and a 30-minute chronograph register. At 6 o'clock, the 5-star emblem appears. This is not marketing fluff. Historically, Longines reserved the star rating for movements that passed the highest internal performance standards. The crystal is domed sapphire, treated with anti-reflective coating on both sides. Water resistance is rated at 100 meters. The strap is typically a distressed brown or black leather, reinforced and comfortable, with a sign buckle that feels appropriately substantial. The Longines Spirit Chronograph Pioneer Edition is not chosen to stand out. It is chosen to be trusted, and watches that earn trust tend to stay. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso was born in 1931 for polo players who needed to protect their watch crystals. The rotating case was functional before it was iconic. The Reverso Tribute Geographic does not reinvent that idea. It extends it. The case is rectangular, elongated, and unmistakable. Crafted from stainless steel, its proportions are deliberate, thin, architectural, and disciplined. The front dial is restrained and classical, silver-toned, vertically brushed, with applied indices and faceted Dauphine hands. With a simple flip of the case, the watch reveals its second identity. On the reverse, the geographic complication appears. A world-time display built around clarity rather than spectacle. A central disc shows a detailed world map, surrounded by a rotating 24-hour ring, and a city ring for time zone reference. Inside is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Caliber 834, a hand-wound, in-house movement, developed, assembled, and finished entirely in-house. Jaeger-LeCoultre is known as the watchmaker's watchmaker for a reason. The movement operates at 21,600 vibrations per hour and provides approximately 42 hours of power reserve. The finishing is understated, precise, and purposeful, aligned with the watch's philosophy. The strap is typically high-quality leather, often supplied by Casa Fagliano, known for traditional Argentine polo boots. In terms of price, the Reverso Tribute Geographic typically retails around $15,000 to $16,000, depending on market and configuration. Socially, this watch communicates something rare. It does not signal wealth quickly. The Reverso Tribute Geographic exists for people who value ideas over noise and permanence over novelty. This watch takes a familiar idea and makes it heavier in meaning, not size. The Tudor Black Bay 58-925 looks like a classic dive watch, but its material choice changes everything. Instead of stainless steel, the case is made from 925 silver. an alloy rarely used in modern tool watches. The case measures 39 millimeters in diameter, mirroring the original Black Bay 58 proportions. This size is intentional, compact, wearable, and historically grounded. Despite silver's reputation, Tudor's alloy is treated to resist excessive tarnishing. It will not blacken dramatically, but it will not stay untouched either. Water resistance is rated at 200 meters, fully qualifying it as a professional dive watch. Inside beats the Tudor manufacture caliber MT5400. This is an in-house automatic movement, chronometer certified, with a 70-hour power reserve. It operates at 28,800 vibrations per hour and is built for durability rather than decoration. Applied indices are generously loomed, and the snowflake hands remain unmistakably Tudor. The bezel insert is matte, avoiding reflection. This keeps the watch calm, even when it is doing its job. The strap options include a fabric strap and leather, both chosen to complement the silver case rather than compete with it. On the wrist, the watch feels solid but not heavy. Silver adds density, but the compact dimensions keep it balanced. In terms of price, the Black Bay 58-925 typically retails around $4,500, placing it slightly above steel models. Socially, this watch sends a specific signal. This is not a watch chosen for performance metrics. It is chosen for texture, weight, and restraint. And that makes it honest. This watch does not explain itself. It doesn't need to. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 in pistachio green represents a rare moment where restraint and demand intersect. The case measures 41 millimeters, crafted from oyster steel. It is finished with a smooth bezel, the most honest bezel Rolex makes. Polished just enough, never decorative. The proportions are deliberate. The case shape, lugs, and bracelet integration feel inevitable rather than styled. Water resistance is rated at 100 meters, supported by the twin-lock crown. Inside is the Rolex caliber 3230, a fully in-house automatic movement. It offers a 70-hour power reserve, operates at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and uses Rolex's Chronology escapement for increased efficiency. It is accurate, shock-resistant, and quietly over-engineered. This movement is meant to work, not perform. The dial is the story. The pistachio green lacquer is flat, smooth, and even. It reflects light without texture. The color is modern, almost playful, but controlled. Applied batten indices and the familiar Rolex hands keep legibility perfect. Chromolite lume glows evenly and lasts through the night. The Oyster bracelet is 3-link, solid, and precise. It tapers gently, with a clasp that disappears once closed. Comfort is automatic. Retail pricing sits around $6,100, though availability changes everything. On the secondary market, pistachio dials often trade significantly above retail, not because of complication, but because of scarcity, confidence without narrative. This is not a watch chosen to impress watch people. It is chosen because it feels inevitable, and inevitability is powerful. This watch does not pretend to be mechanical. It does not reference heritage through nostalgia. It does not apologize for technology. The Casio G-Shock MR-G B2000 Samurai exists at the far end of the watch spectrum, where engineering replaces romance. And that is intentional. The MR-G line represents the highest tier of G-Shock. This model is inspired by traditional Japanese sword craftsmanship, not in theme, but in process. The case is crafted from recrystallized titanium, a material treated to reveal crystalline patterns across the surface. Each case looks slightly different. The case measures approximately 49.8 millimeters, but size alone is misleading. Titanium keeps the weight controlled, and G-Shock's layered construction distributes mass evenly across the wrist. Shock resistance is absolute. Water resistance is rated at 200 meters. Inside is a solar-powered quartz movement, supported by multi-band 6 radio control and Bluetooth connectivity. Functions include world time, chronograph, countdown timer, alarms, and automatic calendar. All of it exists in the background. The dial is complex but controlled. Layered markers, polished hands, and subtle red accents reference samurai armor without illustration. Legibility remains intact, even in darkness, thanks to high contrast indices and backlighting. The bracelet is titanium, solid, and engineered with tolerances closer to industrial equipment than jewelry. On the wrist, the MR-G feels indestructible, but not crude. Pricing sits around $8,000 to $8,500, placing it far above typical quartz watches. That pricing is intentional. Socially, this watch sends a unique signal. To those who understand what MR-G represents, it signals discipline, precision, and control. They are about how much certainty you need and how quietly you want to carry it.